question, just put a note in the chat and we'll get to those. We'll start with Chris McCoskey from the Detroit News.
Dillon, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just tell us how you got the news and what does this mean to you? I mean, what is this being able to play in this game at that stadium too? I mean, what does this mean to you?
Yeah, so me and Wilmer found out, I want to say it was early last week during our homestand. It was I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday. So we've known for a little bit now, but obviously we were both super excited, and it is a great honor to represent, the Tigers at this event. But really just looking forward to getting out there and kind of just enjoying the moment and see all the talent there and kind of go from there.
Well, thanks for the memo. You've known for a week. I mean, could have give us a heads up,
Oh, strict orders not to.
I'm sure. Hey, what's the deal? Like, you go out there, do you get to stay for a while, or you just play the game and go back?
So I am flying in on Friday and leaving Sunday. So
Okay.
it's very, very short turnaround. So pretty much just there for the game and then out.
All right. Great. Congrats again, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris. Evan Petzold.
Hey, Dillon, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just kind of curious, you played for Erie last year, obviously, and then, now this year too. Just what has been the biggest thing that you learned, this year compared to last season?
You kind of cut out there a little bit.
Oh, just the biggest thing that you learned from this season to last season at the AA level.
Yeah, I would have to say one of the biggest ones is just how to manage your body. One of the biggest things going into last year, I was kind of just going to take it for what it was because I wasn't sure, it was my first full season as a professional football player, how, I would just handle it in general. And obviously there's a lot of ups and downs in the game and you get fatigued and stuff like that. But I would say one of the biggest things, and I'm still learning about it now, is just figuring out how to manage, especially as a catcher, catching 100 some games in a year. And obviously you feel better some days than other days, but I feel like I've done a little bit better job of this year of maintaining some strength and maybe backing off a little bit when I need to, and kind of managing my body accordingly. But had a couple not changes, but just different conversations with coaches about just different mindsets, stuff like that. And I felt like I've done a little bit better this year with swinging the bat. But we definitely still have some strides to make. I like the spot I'm in right now. Continue what I've been putting into it for the past few weeks and move forward and hopefully finish the season out strong.
And then also too, just what's it like catching Wilmer, and what is his stuff like?
Yeah, Wilmer's electric, man. He's got great for his outing yesterday was almost easy. It just kind of looked easy for him out there. He had great control of his off speed. Fastball was popping definitely, and was able to get ahead with his slider, able to put guys away with his curveball, put guys away with his fastball. He kind of had everything working for him. It was really fun to go out there with him. I got him both this week and last week, and it was the same stuff. Went out there and proved a lot, and I'm excited to go out to LA with him.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Evan. Shep.
Dillon, congratulations. Ryan Garco just got done saying that veterans like throwing to you, that you handle the staff well. What's the key for you to handling veterans and younger players the same way or equally well?
Well, yeah, I mean, you just got to ask a bunch of questions with some of the veterans. Obviously, they've had a little bit more experience than I do. I'll ask them, say like throwing different pitches in, kind of like a little bit of pitch calling, and then just overall communication, because that's the only way that you and your kind of get on the same longer time. Difference with the young guys is just you're kind of like growing up together, kind of going through the system together, and you kind of learn along with them. You know, you see them make tweaks, you see them try different things, and you're alongside with them and trying to provide as much insight as possible. And just kind of going along with them, and you know, you get the mutual trust from the pitcher and yourself. And same thing with calling games. You have to have the trust in yourself to call a good game, and then also they have to have the trust in you. But also at the same time, if they want to throw something they want to throw, you not get mad and stuff like that. It's a lot of different things. I've learned a lot over the past year on how to manage some pitchers, but I've also learned a ton, and that's due to some of the veterans kind of showing me the way, both veteran pitchers and catchers. And you know, I like where I'm at. I like what I've learned so far, and I definitely still have to learn.
Lastly, for me, you've seen a lot of your friends get promoted, whether it be Garrett Hill, Bo Brisky, Alex Faedo, Riley Green, Cody Clemens. What's been your take from afar on how they've helped this team?
Yeah, man, I love seeing each and every one of those guys get their opportunity. I mean, we were pretty sure we're in Harrisburg right now. We're watching Garrett start at 110. I think that was on Tuesday. And, you know, I couldn't be happier for the guy, because every single one of those people that you named have been grinding and putting the time in and, you know, elevating their game to a level where it will play at the next level. And I'm so happy for every single one of those guys that have gotten that opportunity. And, you know, it's making me a little bit hungrier to, you know, do the same thing and elevate my game to the best spot possible in order for me to, you know, go forward with my career. And, you know, I'm looking forward to playing with them once again at some point.
Hope to see you soon. Congratulations.
Thanks, Shep. Isaac?
Yeah, Dillon, you know, as you mentioned, obviously having to deal with the pitching staff while also working on your hitting game. How has this this development group helped you to kind of manage both as you go through your second season here in AA?
Can you repeat that one more time? You cut out a little bit on my end.
Yeah, no worries, Dillon. Obviously having to you know, work on your hitting, but also dealing with the pitching staff and your duties with catching. How has this management team and development team helped you kind of balance both out as you go through year 2 in AA?
Yeah, obviously it's a little harder there in the beginning of the year because you got a fresh staff, both coaches and pitching wise. But you know, I feel like we're at that point now, and we've been at this point for probably a good month and a half or so now, where, you know, the nerves of, you know, being with new people has kind of died down, and you get very comfortable with the guys that you're with now. Like, we have great staff, both coaching and pitching, and it's really fun to go out and work with them every single day. I know each and every single one of them has put a lot of time and effort into this season and, you know, developing their game. Coaches have been right alongside of that. And, you know, we're doing well right now, and I like seeing everything come together.
Thanks, Dillon.
Yep.
Thanks, Isaac. Jason?
Hey, Dillon, congratulations. How have you seen Wilmer adapt and adjust his game as he's gotten more starts in AA and hitters have gotten to know a little bit more about him?
Let me check my Wi-Fi real quick. You're cut out at the last little bit right there. Can you repeat that last little bit for me?
Yeah, just how have you seen Wilmer adjust to hitters as they've gotten to know him and learned what his tendencies are?
Yeah, to be completely honest, I have yet to see a team kind of have a solid plan off Wilmer. And I feel like that is due to, you know, his adjustability and him being able to kind of flip the fastball early. And then, you know, that changes from him having to throw some off speed early and kind of, you know, pitch a little backwards or vice versa, whatever the game situation needs. But he's given up a few runs here and there from start to start, but like the last couple of starts, he's been able to do exactly what he wants. And it's growing. It's trending that way for every one of his starts, which is, you know, great to see, great to be a part of, because it just shows how dominant he can be.
And Ryan Garko talked to us a little bit about your work trying to simplify your swing a little bit at the plate. how long has that process been going, and how has it been to try to ingrain that into your muscle memory, I guess?
Well, to be honest, that process has been going on my entire life. I mean, I've been saying that since we started digging into it in college. You know, I've always had a little bit of a inconsistent move, especially in college. And I feel like it's just now starting to click, even though like I've found different things that are good feels that kind of get me right in the box. But I feel like right now I'm at a very good spot to where I feel like me doing the least is also providing me with enough power, enough, swing speed or whatever to still have good numbers. So it's always the less is more talk. Less is more. You don't have to generate the power because it will come. And I felt like I really started to notice that last week. I was able to put a couple of the balls out of the yard, and they were some of the what I felt like easiest swings of my career. And just trusting in that every single day. Obviously, some days your swing's not going to feel as good as you would want it to feel, but you just have to trust that the move and what you're doing and the working you're putting in is going to pay off, which I feel like I have, even though it's been, 3 weeks since we've really hammered down this simplicity approach, even though we've been talking about it for a while. This is like the first time it's really clicked. You still just got to trust it all the way out, not making sure my, leg kick or whatever doesn't get too big, which has been a problem for like 2 or 3 weeks there in the beginning of the year. But like I just ingraining in my mind that less is more, and I like the spot that I'm in.
Great. Well, I'd make a joke about you getting to go to an all-star game in a Big Ten city like Los Angeles, but I'll just leave that alone and just say
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Jeff Seidel.
No, I want to hear Jason keep cracking jokes. Congratulations. I was curious, did Torque or Riley tell you anything about what this game is like?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it last year. I mean, they obviously told us some stories and just said how nice the experience of the whole entire weekend was, and how fun it was to play on the big league field. And of course, both those guys now are playing on big league fields, but just like the overall experience, they said was awesome. And I was happy for them last year, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there this year.
A quick question on Reese Olson. What impresses you about him?
I mean, Reese is unbelievable competitor. He's got great feel for the game, great feel for all of his pitches. And, he last couple of times he's been out there hasn't really wanted to accomplish what he had in mind. But I mean, he's right there. He's right on. He's at a great spot, and he can just control each and every one of his pitches because they move so much. He has so much movement on every single one of his pitches, and he's just got a great arsenal. And I really like the strides he's been making, and going out there every single day, what you're going to get from him. And I couldn't be happy for the spot that he's in right now, and can't wait to see him go out there tonight.
I know that they asked you about some of the guys who've been promoted, but yet you look at the roster and there's quite a bit of talent. What's your impression of like the batting order you guys have right now?
I mean, I feel like I noticed it last week. Like our 1 through 9 order was very, very impressive. You got a couple new guys that have joined us, like Wenzel Perez, Decab just came back up with us, and like those are pretty much the 2 new guys. And even though Daniel was here in the beginning of the year, but like 1 through 9. We're a fun team and like especially to watch. I mean, like you got Quincy, Dane, Andre, Parker who's on fire, Quincy who's been on fire, Dane's been on fire. There's been a lot of people, especially Gage, in the last couple of days. I mean, up and down this order, it's a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun, and we've had some really good offensive games in the past couple of weeks, and I feel like we're just now starting to kind of hit stride. And obviously, we'll have some setbacks of games, whatever the case may be. But I think this is definitely a lineup that can put up some good numbers.
Well, thank you and congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Any other questions for Dillon? All right, looks like it. Dillon, thanks again for the time this afternoon and congrats.
Of course.
Yeah, on being into the Futures game.
Thank you very much, man.
We'll have Wilmer at 1:30. So until then, we'll put everybody back in the waiting room, and then once Wilmer's ready, we'll bring everybody back in.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Dillon.